doing?
Good.
Good?
Yeah. I feel like I have a few people that I'm just kind of like contact with. I've quoted them, trying to kind of
Get them across the finish line?
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and jump on in. First things first, let's check on a couple things. I like your jacket.
Thanks.
I was actually wanting to get me one of those similar to that, like the dude one.
Yeah, I used to work at Macy's next to the I worked at Finish Line at Macy's, and they have like a lids department right.
Oh yeah.
So
Those
I
are
was
cool,
always
aren't
up in there when the sales came out.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about organization.
Okay.
All right. So what I want you to focus on over the next 2 weeks, let's clean up our email.
Okay.
And what we're looking for is anything, as soon as you complete it, delete it.
I don't do that.
Yep. It's something that I've struggled with, but it's really helped me become a better manager and be more organized and be a better salesperson by making sure that I'm organized with my email. And
okay.
That's something that
I feel like I do keep some things in the inbox that I kind of feel that I might need. But
well, that's fine. But you see this folder over here?
Just make some folders and move them then?
Yeah, so create certain things. Like here, let's look at mine. So I've literally created a folder for pretty much everything. I have a lead from Jeremy, accident list, agency leads, agency sales. I've got some of my customers that require constant conversation, Amber Dar, Beverly Taki. I have claims. I have pictures of houses. I have my commercial accounts. I've got, I mean, you name it. I've eventually created it.
Okay.
So, and I just take them, I read it. If it's important, I hold on to it. If it's not, I delete it.
Okay.
So ideally, you want to be below 20 emails in your inbox at all times.
Okay.
Because after 20, it bounces to the second page.
Okay.
If you looked at any email on your second page, no. So you could actually have something in there that says, Sejla, if you respond by today, you'll win $1,000. But because it's fell to the second page, you're not going to remember.
Okay. I'll do that.
I'm the same way. Jeremy was the same way. Sam was the
Once
same
I
way.
move it, though, it's not deleting it. It's just moving it into the folder.
Correct. There's a 3-year buffer.
Okay.
It'll save it for 3 years.
I guess that's why I was just keeping on. I don't know. Maybe I might need to.
No, that's fine. But
Yeah.
just create you a folder for it.
Okay.
So I even had, I think I even named it important shit. Important emails. So like
I
stuff
thought you
that
really named it important shit.
I probably did. Yeah, I'm surprised I actually didn't. So yeah, so just if you have that, just take it and dump it in there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll for sure do that.
Perfect. So another thing too, about 3 weeks ago, we had a conversation about the Craig Wiggin videos. Remember?
Watch videos. Yes, I do. I think I've maybe watched like.
It's funny.
Like
your
the beginning.
Your sales progression is night and day from where you were 3 months ago to where you are right now, and I think you believe that too.
Yeah, I know for sure.
And you've not watched any of the sales videos.
I watched like 4, but yeah, I do. I need to watch them. Like I feel like
your improvement is solely based on you and I interaction. You're gonna explode.
There is a lot. I'm telling you, I only watched like 3 or 4, but there are like tips and tricks that they said.
Dude, there are some awesome tips and tricks. And what's awesome is like you and I could watch the exact same video. I'll write down 3 things. Look at you. Your 3 things are completely different from mine.
Yeah, and I can't kind of like play them in the background and just whatever. I actually want to pay attention.
You do got to kind of pay attention.
Yeah, so like I know I need to sit down and like watch it, take notes.
Yeah, and you know, think about it like this. If it's hard for you to watch it in the evening, come to work 30 minutes early one day.
Do that.
And you can knock out, 3 or 4 of them, have some good pointers, and try to apply them over the course of the day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a set schedule to come in. Like, ideally, I can come in at 9:30 if I want to every single day. Mm-hmm. You'll see I come in some days at 8:30. I'll come in at 8:45. I'll come in at 9. I'll come in, But the days where I'm coming in early, I'm coming in because I want to get caught up on my emails. I want to go ahead and pull some calls. I want to watch some more like development videos for myself. So like I'll schedule a day to where I know I'm not going to stay up too late. I'm going to go to bed a little early so I can get up 30 minutes early and come to work and watch them earlier.
Okay.
You know those weird people that read those like self-help books?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that person. But I am that person that will come to work 30 minutes early and watch a coaching video to make me better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you might have
probably
that in common.
Yeah.
Are you going to read a self-help book?
No, but I'll watch the video.
Atta girl. I thought you might. Okay, enough of that. Let's jump into the calls. Let's get into the steak and potatoes of why you're here. First things first. Manny leads. No, Casey leads.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did you see the notes?
I read I read it. Yeah, I can read like your context too. We'll talk about it in the morning.
Well, it's just too many details about it. Like, I wasn't pissed about them, but it just like
didn't have a good.
Yeah, one of them was like Alabama address. One is
Pennsylvania.
There's just a bunch of shit.
I saw one with Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I actually called one guy. He was from Pennsylvania. Yeah. I was like,
why do I have this? Yeah. All right, so let's pull up Mary Hartman. So this is one of those customers you're wanting to get over the finish line?
But now she's kind of, did you listen to you?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I didn't want to push her to not go to her agent, No.
Yeah, let's listen to the call. I wrote some stuff down.
Okay. Hi, Mary.
Yes.
Hi, Mary. It's Sejla with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just giving you a call. I haven't been able to reach you. Just wanted to see if you received the auto and the home information that I had sent over.
Yes, I received both of those. Thank you, in an email. Yes.
Okay. And I know that you mentioned that you were paying over about $100 a month on your vehicle right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And did you see what we were coming in at?
It looked like it was like $450 for every 6 months or something.
Yes, ma'am. So do you usually pay every 6 months?
No, actually.
Awesome job. Like, for some reason, that lady only held on to the $450. So she knows we're cheaper, but she thinks she has to pay $450 to do business with us.
Right.
So you do a really good job here in the next 10 seconds, 30 seconds, where it's like, no, you can do that, and you break it down too.
She had mentioned it to me before that she was paying over $100 a month, so that's why I was like, oh, do you pay every 6 months? Yeah.
Yeah.
With American Family, they let me pay every month if I want. They bill me.
Interrupt her right here. Oh yeah, you can do that with us too.
He pays every 2 months. I think every 2 or every 3.
Yeah, we can do that. You can do monthly, quarterly, every 6 months.
We do have an option of doing like.
Do you know we can do quarterly?
Yeah.
Okay, you do know that?
On the home, we can do quarterly on autos too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how quarterly every
it's
3
months?
It's
called a 2-pay on a 6 month. Yep.
Is 2-pay the same as 1-pay or monthly? Maybe there's
monthly EFT is better.
Okay. Where it would just be automatically withdrawn from your bank account monthly,
right.
And it would be about $75.
Okay, a month for my insurance. Okay.
Yes.
Now, compound that. And what I mean by compound that, so you told me you were over $100, you were paying over $100, so my quick math puts us at about $25 a month, over $300 a year.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
In savings. I know you kind of alluded to you're also on a fixed income. I know that kind of savings can go a long way for you. Is that right?
Okay. Ma'am, for the auto, and now your home, is your home with your mortgage company, or do you pay that outright?
No, I used to, but now it's hooked in with my mortgage company.
Okay, yeah, and were you able to view the home as well and see those coverages?
Yeah, the home wasn't much different. I know I have a few extra things with American Family, but which I was going to call them about.
I don't want to push her.
No, that's fine.
Policy or something.
Okay.
To see exactly, because when I read it, it sounds like you're covered for all of this stuff, and then you go down to the next point or 2 points away, and it says, well, if you want, I don't know, wasn't earthquake, flooding, one of the two, you have to pay extra. Then it sounded like I had it, but I don't. So I need to call.
So like harp on that as she's kind of talking. Yeah, isn't that frustrating? You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to cause doubt.
Okay.
If you don't want to push, you don't want to push. Okay. You don't want to be a pushy salesman. Be a persuasive one.
Okay.
Navigate the conversation by simple interjections. Oh, well, man, that's frustrating. Yeah, don't you hate how they hide those things? Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be pushy. If you pull my calls, I don't really think I'm a pushy salesman. I'm persuasive.
Yeah, I feel like you know the go-to lines.
I navigate the sales conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it takes a long time to learn. I mean, shit, Sejla, you don't want to be selling insurance for less than 6 months.
Yeah.
You're pretty far along.
Yeah, I think I've learned a thing or two.
Yeah.
Then to find out actually what's involved in this goal policy. I've had it for 20 years, so I don't even know what's in it actually.
Right, of course. Yeah.
Right, of course. There could be hidden exclusions in there that you don't even know about. You're right, Sejla. There could be.
I forget that whole gaps and holes in your coverage line all the time, but I feel like that's good.
Man, people
like,
like, whoa,
yeah.
what do you mean I got a gap in my coverage? Yeah, thank God a tree didn't fall in your house because they only cover ficus. What's a ficus? Oh, that's a tree plant.
Yeah, you're using that line.
Yeah, okay. So, well, yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, so I would like to do that first. Maybe I can get hold of them tomorrow or Friday. I'm got a freer schedule on Friday, and see exactly what that goal policy. I found the policy itself.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, if she's talking to anybody else, she's done. She's only talking to you. She likes you.
Yeah,
she's comfortable with you.
Yeah, she's not like, I mean, I haven't sort of get a hold of her sometimes, but
So
she
I
answers.
probably should be called.
Her guard is down.
Yeah.
She's an open book. Now you just gotta win it.
Yeah, and I guess because they didn't want to.
You don't have to.
The option.
You don't have to push. You don't have to push. Just be persuasive. And the way you're able to be persuasive is when you have moments like this. That's why I wanted to play this for you.
Okay.
Because by simply throwing in a couple little phrases, it makes her start questioning.
Why is she with them?
And then people start going down a crazy path. Like, I've been with them for 25 years. 25 years, I didn't know that they didn't cover water. I thought I had that covered. Why are they lying to me? They're not lying. They're not being that way. People start thinking all sorts of shit. The human brain's amazing. But all you got to do is plant the seed of doubt. Next thing you know, man, they're
plant the seed of doubt.
That's all it takes. The human brain will do the rest. You just need to just plant the right seed, water it a little bit, bam, they're doing business with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I should have definitely.
Well, you didn't
not push, but kind of gave her like.
You don't even. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to be a pushy. Exactly, just like, well, yeah, what happens if you have this happen? Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they start to get scared, and that's when they're like, okay, I trust you.
Okay.
You know, because you already got the rapport. If you didn't have the rapport when you plant those seeds, now they're drawing to you because you've got all the right answers. You've made them question everything that they thought they knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So there's that. All right. Okay. This one right here. This is another like little. Okay.
Michael.
Yep.
I think he's broke. That's what it is.
I think he's broke too, but I want you to hear this.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, is this Michael?
This is he.
Hey, Michael, it's Sejla with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. We spoke about a week and a half ago about the auto insurance, and I just wanted to follow up and see if you're wanting to get that started.
Not quite yet. I have to wait till the 3rd before I can do anything.
Okay. Do you want me to give you a call back on the 3rd, or? Yes. How would I navigate that?
That's why I wanted to. That's
doesn't
why.
have any coins in his wallet.
No. This made me think of a conversation navigation. So I'm going to say two things to you. I'm going to say it one way and then I'm going to say it the other.
Okay.
Okay. So think of like a live transfer, right? Somebody calls in and I say, are you wanting to get a quote on both your home and auto or just your home?
Both.
Okay. Now if I say it, are you wanting to get a quote on your auto or home or both? I said the same thing.
You sounded more confident the second time.
No, I'll tell you what I did in just a second here. Hey, Chris. I'm good. What's going on, buddy? That didn't come through. Maybe it bounced back on my end. Hold on one second. All right. I will have this, and I'm going to stay on the phone with you real quick to make sure it goes through. Jimenez, Chris. Your phone can receive text while we're on the phone, right? Yeah, it did bounce back. Okay. I just resent it. Hey, no problem, buddy. All right, okay. So, here's what I said. Here's how I said it again. Would you so are you looking for a quote on your what? Would you like a quote on both or just your auto or home? Both, auto or home,
Okay.
right? And then I said, would you like me to go ahead and quote your auto, home, or both?
They'll say the last name, both.
You're going to say the last name. So if I don't end it with what I want them to do, they're not going to say that. So, would you like me to give you a buzz back on the 3rd, or
Should I have said, or should I have just said like?
no. I'm not really harping you on it. I'm bringing to light something that I thought of that I think will help you. Whatever you want them to do, end with it in your statement.
Okay, so should
So simply like.
Okay, I'll give you a call on May 3rd then.
Yep, perfect. I'll give you a call on the 3rd.
Should have just said it.
Yeah, but I've heard it in other calls too, where not necessarily about when to call back. It could be, are you wanting to quote on both, or just your auto, or just your home? Okay. And they went on the home. They went on the auto.
Okay.
They're accidentally ending on whatever you say.
Okay.
So you actually have the persuasion, but you're accidentally persuading it from what you're wanting.
Okay.
Use the words to help you.
Okay.
So think about your word structure as you're getting ready to say it, to where it ends in your favor.
Okay.
Okay. That is the art of persuasion. Okay. It really is.
I'm gonna read some books.
Well, you don't. I'm gonna give you all the tips and tricks.
Yeah. I just feel like sales really it's psychological.
It really is.
To like.
It's word manipulation. It's sentence structure. It's when to say certain things. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. That's the only difference in my closing ratio and yours. Yeah. That's the only difference, because I mastered it over the last 10 years of selling. Yeah. You're new to it. You're going to kick my ass in 10 years because you're going to have all this stuff. Okay? So I wanted to hit on that. So just, I wrote it down, nothing to go over, just the mental thing, mental side of things.
Kind of, say what I want them to do, basically.
Yeah, but end it.
End it.
When you prepare your sentence structure that you're going to be giving to that person, end it the way you want them to go. They're 90% of the time, they're actually going to do it just by simply saying, are you wanting to quote both or auto or home? Well, home.
Did you listen to the call where it's an accident list where the guy does not want the home?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that one on the list?
That is Douglas, right?
Was it? I don't know. No. I was like, oh my God, okay, fine. I feel like I kept coming back to get the home.
But that's okay. But in a situation like that, the guard's up.
Yeah. It was
the best salesman in the world can't get that guard down.
Yeah.
But the best salesman in the world wouldn't have the guard go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The art of persuasion is preventing walls from coming up. Mm-hmm. That way, when you're ready to go over them, the walls aren't there.
Yeah.
So think about like your conversation navigation as like preventing them to put up their defenses and shields, right? And now that we got them down right where we want them, now we can go into the close. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the sales pitch is part of it, but also the sentence structure and everything else you have.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go over Cornell. I like this call. There's a lot of great things you do in this call.
But it's not the best.
Yeah. Well,
You said that too yesterday when I got off. You guys like, you think, oh, you're calling. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is this Cornell?
that good morning threw you off. You was like,
Yeah.
well, good morning.
He has a good morning to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing this morning?
All right, that's you.
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I was actually giving you a call. Looks like you filled something out online to get an auto quote, and I had that ready for you if you had a quick minute for me.
Okay.
Alrighty. Just to verify a few things first, I have you at 1926 Suns Up Way in Florissant.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you own or do you rent?
Oh.
You own, and is that a condo?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to verify. And then, are you the only driver of the 2013 BMW 750?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here what we're working with. Pause. And is that the only vehicle that you want listed on policy? I have a question. I feel like sometimes when I'm in the call, I'm like, should I go this? Should I be doing the value sales approach each time? I guess.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
There's only one time you don't. When they're being a dick, rushing you off the phone, shoot out Ray.
Okay. He wasn't being a dick.
Nope.
It was just like,
nope.
You know.
So my goal is always to have 3 to 5 questions. This is the first call I've seen you do this in a while, so I'm just going to verify something.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I did see an Audi here. Just wanted to verify. Let's see here. And what are your current bodily injury limits?
Beautiful. I absolutely love this. But you miss what you've been doing so well for such a long time. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I didn't ask him.
No.
Boo.
You did this beautifully. You missed the affinity. So think of 5 questions. Verifying address, verifying vehicles, drivers, occupation, then BI limits.
Okay.
Then BI limits.
Okay.
You got to end with the BI limits, but once you get to BI limits, you can't go back.
Right.
It screws up your whole pitch.
It does.
If you go back, it's gonna. So even if you miss it and you remember you intentionally miss it, don't go back. It'll screw you up.
Will it? I think I've done that a few times.
Yeah, and
I think I have been like, oh, and I don't know if I mentioned.
But then your whole structures fell apart.
It does.
So
like,
don't
okay,
go back.
Just
fuck it. Just keep going forward. Just pedal through. But just try to remember. Those are the 5 things you gotta hit on. You gotta hit on the address. You gotta hit on the vehicle. You gotta hit on the drivers. You gotta hit on the occupation.
So
I think you were confused on what to ask, and I think you didn't know like what direction you were going to kind of take.
Yeah.
So just always know you're going value based, but your value based can simply be just property damage. You know, regardless.
Right. I know.
mean, you can always double the property damage, and that's only going to change by $2.
Yeah.
So you always go there, but then when you try to figure out what they're being charged, that's when you can really start to figure out. So think about it like this. Okay, you're in an open field. Okay, you need to go a certain direction, but you don't know the direction. All right. As soon as they end up hitting, you hit the affinity. You asked your 5 questions. Now you know you need to go this direction.
Okay.
Okay. Then you go over BI limits. Then you go over scenario. Then you go over, you go over BI limits. When was the last time you talked to their agent? Okay. Let me see what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what they have.
Give a scenario.
Well, you've already, yeah. So you do the scenario, then you find out what they have.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Well, hold on. No, you end up going, your 5 questions. You ask about the bodily injury limits that they have no idea about. When was the last time they spoke to their agent?
Then
okay.
I see here.
Then you have this. Then you do scenario.
Let me tell you my concern about what
Yep.
you have.
What are they charging you for those coverages? Then that's when you.
I'm forgetting to do what are they charging you for those coverages before I kind of go into what we're at.
Yeah, because I mean, you start off in an open field, then you cut the field in half, then you narrow your direction, then you're precise, then you close. That's what you're doing. But you don't know the path you're going to take in this big old open field until you're able to determine how much they're being charged.
Yeah.
Because then you can't play with property damage. You can't play with bodily injury limits. You can't play with deductibles. You can't play with glass, towing. You can't play
Yeah.
with any of that if you don't have information.
Right.
You need more information to be able to hone in the direction you're going to take.
Okay, yeah.
You're just kind of blindly walking through, and you get lucky, which is good. Because
But I'm wanting to know, like, what they're being charged, and but I kind of just don't know how to
conversation navigation.
Navigate my conversations is what I mean.
Have an outline. You're really good with writing things down. So if you need to redo your outline, go ahead. But get your 5 questions out. Make sure one of them's the affinity.
Okay.
Ask about the BI limits.
Okay.
Ask about the last time they talked to their agent. Put that in question.
So we're doing 5 questions: address, vehicles, drivers, affinity.
3 to 5.
Okay. And then I navigate to
BI limits.
They don't know. Okay.
Agent.
When was the last time you spoke to your agent? Never. Okay, well, that's very concerning to hear. Let me see what you have.
And you don't even have to say that. You can just say, oh, well, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll take care of that today for you.
Okay, so then
let me see what kind of coverage you have.
Yeah. And then, so I go for BI limits. I do the agent thing. I see what they have. Okay, let me tell
Let me tell you why I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't. Like yeah. I don't. Let me tell you why I don't like this.
And scenario.
And scenario. And then when I do that,
I feel like I need to perfect a scenario so I can feel like comfortable just.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you what. I just sent you
know.
some of Sam's.
Okay.
Sam's use the exact same one every time. It's totally different from the one I use. Like
really?
I literally make up a new one every time.
Yeah.
I feel like.
That's my problem. I'm trying to make one up each time. I'm like, oh.
I've just, you get doing this as long as I have. You can do things more proficiently.
Well, yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, that'll come with time for you too.
Yeah.
So I don't expect you to make up a new one, but make you one, memorize it, and then just use it every time.
Okay. Yeah, I am forgetting, not forgetting, but I guess kind of trying to figure out how to navigate. Okay, then what are they charging? Okay, well, we are coming in,
Yep, no.
double the coverage. Yep.
We don't go over our price yet.
Yeah.
We don't go over our price yet because we haven't figured out what we want to pitch.
Right.
We already know that we can go to property damage. That's the minimum we can do.
Yeah.
But if we find out we're $100 less, now we can tinker with glass coverage. We can do roadside assistance and towing and rental car reimbursement. We can go from a $500 deductible to $250 deductible.
Yeah.
We want to beat them, but we don't need to beat them by $100 a month. We don't need to win it by $1,200. No, add more to it. Blow the coverages out of the water. Like, man, I'm getting this with farmers, and I'm still saving money. Yeah, the other person was cheaper, but I didn't get all this other stuff. They like that other stuff, especially if they're saving money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we've got to write that outline out for you because I know you like to write stuff down. Have it written out so you can see it, and then you'll know step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay. So you'll remember, so you don't get lost.
Yeah.
Cool?
Until I'm comfortable enough to
memorize it.
by myself,
And then I'll be playing your sales videos and stuff off new people.
What are your current bodily injury limits?
I don't know. Your matches.
I don't know.
You're just wanting me to match it for you?
It's your maximum.
Okay. You're saying maximum.
Are you familiar with them? Do you know what these numbers stand for? What they would protect you for if you were in an accident?
So yeah, I wrote down illustrate the question a little better because he doesn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I didn't really kind of get it out.
And you didn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
So right now you're kind of both talking and nobody knows what they're saying. So in a situation, bodily injury limit, like if you hit somebody and they're hurt, like how much protection you have in your insurance. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like illustrate it, like paint a picture. People are stupid. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. People aren't incompetent. They don't know. Yeah. So you got to dumb it down for them. You gotta like get on.
I'm still learning that they don't know. Like I don't know why.
You're giving the general public more benefit than they deserve.
Yeah.
The general public are people that we love and protect.
Yeah.
But they're stupid. They don't know. They're not stupid, like and a mean stupid. They're ignorant. Right. They don't know.
Right.
So you got to kind of dumb it down and like explain it to where they can understand it. 2 things will happen. They're going to appreciate you for it because you took the time that nobody else did.
Yeah.
And 2, now they're going to understand it the way they didn't before.
Yeah.
So
even if I don't win them now, maybe they'll come back later.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm not trying to be mean by saying people are stupid.
But no, but people. The more I started working here, I was like, I don't know what that means.
The general public is ignorant. They don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 100,000, 300,000, you know, that would pay out the 100,000 per person for bodily injuries, 300,000 for the entire occurrence for the people.
Yeah.
It looks like you have the 100,000 as well for the property damage. I see here also that you have full coverage. What type of a deductible do you usually go with?
I need to stop rushing myself. I need to just explain.
Does he care? Does he care?
Not really, but I mean, I have time to talk to him. He doesn't, you know.
You care.
Yeah.
It's in your head. It's not his.
Yeah.
He's talking to you now.
Yeah.
You got a good rapport. He'll talk to you for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. All right, Cordell. So it looks like with the 100,000, 300,000 coverage, $500 deductibles, and you as driver on the 2013 BMW 750, we're coming in at about $244 a month. How does that compare to what you're currently being charged?
I need to stop asking.
We're going in blind. We're going in completely blind.
So when I go in blind, that is my line. That's my go-to line.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's our go-to. That's my go-to line when I have to go in blind, but I very rarely have to go in blind.
Yeah.
So just try to paint yourself into a scenario to where you can figure all your information. Think about your conversation navigation. Think about your outline. Use all of those tips and tricks. And as soon as they all start to hit, I'm telling you, your pipeline's getting really full. And you're only like 50%.
Yeah.
You get to 100%, girl, you're razor sharp. And I mean, now I hope you know you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
I hope you don't think I'm beating
No,
you up.
there's always improvement. There's always things to learn.
But when I
you're 10
record,
years in and you're watching these videos. I get it.
yeah, I mean, I'll record myself doing a call, and I'll send it so I can listen to it, and I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did. I sometimes even say paying instead of charging.
Yeah.
And say, well, I can't do that either. So yeah, there's always room for improvement.
I don't know.
All right, I'm not going to beat the dead horse on this. So,
hopefully I get him since he doesn't know I did send him some information.
Yeah, you might still get something out of that. Just on your next call.
I need to give more detail. I need to go be more thorough. I need to give my scenarios. I need to.
You definitely need to do scenarios.
The conversation better.
Yeah.
Kind of just letting them go in their little tangents.
The most successful public speakers. You know what made them rise above everybody else?
What?
If you look at all of them, you look at the bad ones. You look at Hitler. You look at the great ones. You look at the Reagans. You look at Winston Churchill. They gave scenarios. They spoke in parables. When people talk in parables or
makes people then think oh.
Yeah, it activates their brain. Because just talking are words. Sometimes people can't comprehend. Like some people can read a book one time and comprehend it. Some people don't. Those are the people that really succeed with parables and scenarios and situations because it activates their brain to think compared to the person. An engineer, you can explain it and they want to see it and read it because they understand it. They understand how it works. But somebody that isn't an engineer, they need the explanation. They need the scenario so they can understand. Last one. This was a really good week for you.
Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't too shabby. I have a few people, I'm kind of just trying to get over the line.
We just got to keep that pipeline full.
Yeah.
Keep that pipeline full. So by the time they do get to the finish line, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to listen to pay close attention to the first 45 seconds.
Who's the mean guy?
Nope.
No.
Well, yeah, he is mean.
Hi, is this Lamar?
Yeah, this is Lamar.
Hi, Lamar.
No, this is not it.
Farmers Insurance.
Yeah,
it is. This evening.
He's not mean, though.
I'm fine.
Good. I was giving you a call. It looks like either you or Claudine spoke to somebody in the marketing team here in the past, and we recently took a price decrease. Just wanted to see if
how do you guys want me to do the accidental? Am I just solely basing this on? I don't know how to, what line I should use. I guess I'm just trying to see if I can save you guys some money on your health insurance.
Fair enough.
It is an accident list.
This accident list, all calls, accident list, EverQuotes, transfers. It's really, this is what makes us really good at our job. We've got to be able to determine how we're going to pitch this literally in the first 15 seconds of the call. This is what defines us as salespeople. It changes. So with an accident list, yes, the approach you're about to take will be perfect for
Okay.
for this scenario. I don't think it's perfect for this scenario.
Okay.
So you kind of gotta play it by ear. The first 15 seconds of the call should give you an idea of how you're gonna play the call.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With the interaction on the pickup, the first couple seconds of small menial conversation, that's going to be the tip for you to shoot out the rate, or to say, hey, listen, here at Farmers, we took a rate decrease. We quoted you before in the past. I want to see if there's something I can do for you. I'd like to verify a couple things with you real quick.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Try to get your 5 questions, and just go through a normal pitch.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess like the first, the initial introducing myself, I don't know how to go about with excellence, but I guess that's the way.
Think about it like this. Anybody that answers the phone that is not a dick, male or female, that is not being aggressive with you, you can take a slower approach. Yeah, this is Lamar. You can hear there's not a hint of aggression in his voice.
Yeah.
His guard is down. He's willing to talk.
Yeah.
This guy's probably a nice guy. I'd probably like to have a beer with.
Yeah.
Just a nice, down-to-earth dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'll see that later on in the call.
It could save you guys some money on your auto insurance. We're coming in at about $250 a month.
Well, I tell you why. Because you're doing the accident list, and you probably got 3 assholes before this.
Yeah, probably.
So that's why it's with what we do for a living. You're going to become so razor sharp on the phone. You're going to be able to read the whole navigation of the conversation in the first 10 seconds. I can tell you on every one of my calls, live transfers, referrals, whatever it is, in the first 10 seconds, if I'm like, man, this is going to be a bitch. I'm going to have to battle all the way through it, but you know how to do it. But in the first 10 to 15 seconds, I can read that. Jeremy can read that, and you can't yet, but you will. You'll be able to.
For all 3 vehicles.
$250 a month for all 3 vehicles.
Yeah, looks like. Let me see here. You guys have a 2009 Ford F-150, 2009 Cadillac CTS, and a 2013 Mercedes-Benz S-Class.
That's right.
Yeah, and then I have you guys here at 2418.
That's right. This guy is the guy that says he's got a really good deal with the AARP.
Yeah, does want the home, try to get the home. No. You can't beat it. I'm like, well, you want me to, I kind of try to put it up. No.
Well, I take back the beer thing. I don't want to have a beer. All right, anyway. I always recommend, always know that you can go towards property damage instead of trying to up BI limits and things like that. Because I feel like maybe in the call navigation, you were trying to do that.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I should just let him always know you can go to property damage.
Okay.
Regardless, because that's only $2 to $3. And it's.
I don't know why I always ask, what are your current? Well, I kind of ask that because I want to know what they have. Do they know what they have?
And that's fine. You can do it. You can do it. I don't say don't do that.
Yeah.
But what I do
then
see.
I just steer towards the property and doubling it or whatever.
Yeah.
What I do see.
Yeah. What am I? What's the? Because I have 100, 300, 100 on liability and comprehensive and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I quoted you with. So I saw that you already had that, the 100,000, 300,000 for bodily injury. So bodily injury, would pay out for medical bills, any lost wages, hospital bills, anything like that. 100,000 per person, 300,000 for the entire occurrence. So if there was multiple vehicles involved and multiple people, it would pay out 300,000. You have 100,000 for property damage, which covers the damage on the vehicles, medians, lights, anything like that. And then
that's your tip to where it's like, I'm not a big fan of 100,000, but I'll keep kind of going over what I see.
Okay.
Seed.
Oh, why?
Seed. Yep. But then when you circle back to it, it's like, oh man, it's an epiphany, because then you're gonna paint a scenario.
Saw that you guys had full coverage on all 3 vehicles. The only thing I'm not able to see is what your deductible amount is, and I had put that at 500. Is that what you guys usually go with?
No, I go with 250.
With 250 on all of them?
Yep.
For both comprehensive and collision?
Yep.
Okay.
You say that because you're like, we're probably already higher.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make it go up more.
You're like,
why?
I can adjust that and we can see what's coming out to. Now, this is with the auto and home bundle discount. Do you guys usually bundle your auto and home? Looks like you're currently with. Go ahead.
No, we're not gonna, because the homeowners that my wife has on this house, she's had probably about 35, 40 years.
There might be some
no
holes in your coverages, sir.
Match
should have hit
what
there,
she's
yeah.
getting. So we're not doing the bundle. And depending on what you come up with those changes that I just told you about the $250 deductible, I've already got Hartford through AARP, and I've got a good rate with them.
Okay, not a problem. The auto and the home bundle discount is about 20%, if I'm being honest with you. So
never, ever, ever try to. I do.
I was trying to push them home.
I know you were, but I do this too, and I have to completely get it out of my vocabulary. Every salespeople needs to get it out of there. Never say if I'm being honest with you, because that means everything you said before that has been dishonest.
Okay.
So somebody, older person told me that, and it makes perfect sense. So I'm trying to
now
get.
You're telling me you're being honest, but what were you before? Yeah.
So you know, in full transparency, the reason I have that on there, it's a 20% discount. So I'm going to be completely transparent and show you everything so you can see it. But just so you know, it is a 20% discount. Okay. So you can still say it. You can still
say it differently.
But just say it differently. Just don't, you know, to be honest. You know, if I can be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? That's one of those like red things that I catch myself doing from time to time when like I don't have my sales hat on and I'm at home and like someone's trying to pitch me. It's like, dude, to be honest with you, I don't really want to, you know, and it's I don't need to say that either. Like in full transparency, I don't think what you're about to tell me is important and I don't want to listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I just need to be more honest.
Yeah.
You know, and not tell people I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Yeah.
So that was my big thing. Try to get that out. Is that another one? Or is my phone messing up?
I don't know if the first one worked. Oh, he answered it.
Okay. So that's what I have.
Oh, I had to answer the first one. The second one, I don't know. My life transfer didn't go well either because she was paying $890 for the year, where $620 for 6 months. I didn't even know how to navigate that at that point. I was just like, shit.
Let's look at it.
Yeah. Do you want to?
I do. I like to play with these things. Last name?
Fry.
Sandra?
Diana.
Diana?
Or D. Doris. We're about like almost 1,400.
I was like, dude, if it's another one, I gotta grab it. And she's paying
$890 for the year.
She's in the middle of her policy period.
It's about to end in July.
What's her renewal? She doesn't know. You know why?
She doesn't know.
Because they're not up yet.
Right.
So whoever she's with, which is Travelers, they're going to take a rate increase. So what I do in this scenario, you plant the seed.
Okay.
So she thinks she's paying more than she needs to at $890. In all reality, that's a great rate.
Well, when I asked her, she was, you know, why she was shopping for auto and home insurance, she said, I don't know, they just called me. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, they called you because you went online and filled something out.
Yeah.
So, but see where you're at, but still double the property damage every time. Because look at the rate.
It barely went up. Was it? Maybe a few dollars.
So you added at 100,000, and we were coming in at 102.88. See that? 102.88.
Wow. Okay.
Check
So
this
what?
out.
103.
Now up to $250,000.
Yep. I see it.
$150,000 more. Like harp on that. Like that's $150 grand. You know what I mean? All right. So yeah, no, and that's an area. But what I would do is I would X-date that for May.
Okay.
So call them in May, like near her renewal. So her renewal is going to
I
hit
think July 20th or something.
July 28th.
So probably
you
like
want
the
to call
middle
her
of June, maybe early June.
No, because she's going to end up
Getting her
going to
renewal,
get her renewal
the end of May.
probably June 15th. Okay.
Mhm.
So I would call them. I would go ahead and call her like June 10th.
Okay.
And then just say, hey, just wanted to reach out to you. You and I had a conversation. I know your policy is coming up for renewal. I did hear that your company might be taking a rate increase. I wanted to give you our premium, let you know, hey, these are the limits I recommend. Let me know when your renewal comes in, because if they shoot your rates up, I'd like to take care of you. That's how we get X-dates.
Yeah.
X-date sales is awesome. Those are kind of easy. All right, yep, so that's what I have for you. Going to Miami, woo woo.
Yeah, my cousin's birthday, so we'll see how that is.
Yep.
Have you been?
I have been to Miami, but it was like, well.
You drove?
Yeah, so I was at Miami for like a day, and we didn't even go to the beach. And then we went back to Orlando.
Yeah.
So we spent our time in Orlando. Orlando, I want to say, is like 2 hours away from Miami. How far is Orlando?
I do want to do Disney World. Like, I'm 25 years old, and I've never
Oh
been.
my God, you would have a blast.
For the
It's 3 hours away.
Yeah. That is something that I feel like that should be probably like a weekend trip to go through all of
Yeah, and Tampa's not far from Orlando. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and they have the beach and stuff.
Yeah, so you can still do the beach, because Orlando's like smack dab in the middle of Florida. So, there's really not much there. Literally, there's no water unless you're going to a pool or something. But we went to Disney World. We had an absolute ball with the kids. You would have, it's cool for just adults too. Because I mean,
I hear.
So like you can do Epcot. Epcot's awesome. They have, you can tour like all the adult beverages of the world in Epcot. Have a really good time, and then you can, be a little princess and go check out the Magic Kingdom. You can go to Hollywood and check out all the cool Hollywood stuff they have. It's awesome.
They have a lot. They have different
There's 5 parks within the park.
Yeah. You have to pay for each park.
Oh yeah.
Get their money.
Oh yeah. Family of 6. I think I paid $5,000.
Holy moly. Yeah.
$5,000.
That's awesome. That's good.
So good job.
Thanks.
I will send you the check-in.
Have to rewrite my little list.
Atta girl.